Hi guys, welcome to Real Relationships Q&A. My name is Francis.
My name is Courtney.
Oh my God, you do a bit better than that, Courtney. No, my name is Courtney.
Let's try.
It's all good. One shot. Ready?
Welcome to Real Relationships Q&A. My name's Courtney.
My name is Francis.
So once again, this is video 2. We said we was going to be doing this. Thanks for all the feedback from video 1. Thanks for all the questions. You can still send the questions through to the original link. And thanks for watching it. And
thanks for all your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave all your comments down below.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's get straight into this. So we've got a question here for Francis. Okay, so how do you avoid the intensity that comes with dating? And then afterwards they've put sexual intensity. I think what they mean is like compromise.
Right, okay. That's a good question. I would say set boundaries.
Yeah.
I will always set boundaries. I don't know. That's the best thing. Set boundaries, be accountable, and God will help you through your dating relationship as you constantly put God in the center.
When you say accountable, what do you mean by that?
I mean, have other older saints that's in your life. I believe is always the best thing, and that they can speak into your life as you're dating. You'll enter into a new stage of your life. Wanting marriage, I'm assuming. So for me, I felt we've always had people in our life that's able to speak into our life. I feel that's very important. What do you feel?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I would say set boundaries. Setting boundaries in the beginning of dating is so good because build fences when you're strong that will keep you when you're weak.
That's very good.
And so that's what I would say. You make these things, and like what my wife said, be accountable to other people and say, look, I want to make myself accountable to you.
Yeah.
Who do you make yourself accountable to? People that love God and love you. So the best thing is to set some boundaries
From
and
the
say,
get-go.
I think one of the things that would help is when people say, we're not going to be alone together, in a way that if we was to compromise, no one would know. Don't put yourself in that position.
Don't do it.
I got another question here for Francis. It's you this week.
I
isn't
know.
it?
Last week it was Courtney.
Okay. Are there times you've struggled to release your husband to the ministry?
That is a very good question.
Yes, she wants to keep me home all the time.
All for myself.
All the time.
No. God, that's a good question. Did I ever struggle? I would say, not really. It is hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everything is easy. It can get hard at times. I do understand that. But for me, I was very involved in church before. In ministries in church before me and my husband ever started dating. I was very much involved in a lot of things and wanted to give myself to helping others and do a lot of things in the church that I can do. So when we got married or started dating, I would say, we both was involved in a lot of ministry. So my husband was involved in a lot of ministries before we even got together. So when we got married, it continued doing, because that was our goal. We had one vision to continue to use our life for God. And so when he was called to go into the ministry, I felt it was a big change, because we were very much involved in our mother church, meaning the youth ministry. We did so much in that ministry that it kind of like it was just another step in what God wanted us to do. So I didn't struggle in that sense, but it's going to get hard regardless. But God is always going to keep you through whatever thing you give to God. God is always going to be able to help you through it.
Yeah, she didn't struggle. Because she wants to just get rid of me. So
no,
that's
why
true. That's why she's not struggling with that. She's like, yeah, go minister, get out of here. We're involved in ministry. Single people, heavily. A lot of our time, we should say, we're involved in ministry as married people. And then when we get sent out, we're involved in ministry. So we've never really felt much of a change.
No, that's what. Yeah.
So I'd say
definitely.
that's we don't feel much of a change.
Yeah.
We're committed. I think one of the things that I've tried to do, you only you know whether it's being communicated, is that it's a team thing. Yeah. It's not a me thing.
No,
it's a team thing. Absolutely. So we're doing this together.
Yeah.
So we have different roles in this team, like a goalie and a striker.
He made me a part of the team, made me understood what was going on, and it kind of gave us a clear vision, really, what God is going to do and how long is it going to take, and we've got to just give ourselves to it. And we both made that decision together.
What can help is when the husband just is clear, you know. Sometimes ministry is not the problem. There's other things that are going on. Definitely. If the wife knows that the husband has to do this because it's for God, but she also knows if he wasn't doing that, he would want to spend time with me. Sometimes the wife doesn't even know that. So she's like, he's off doing what he wants to do. No. But if he wasn't doing that, he'd be off playing golf or he'd be off fishing. So if she believes if he wasn't doing that, he'd want to be with me, she's far more likely to release him. Okay, so let's have a look here. We've got...
What's the next question?
Okay, question for me.
Ooh, question for you. And it says, how did you know Francis was the one for me?
How did I know Francis was the one? Then I'm doubting now. How did I know Francis was the one? A good sister in the church. She came, she kind of carried herself well, and she was in the church. She was involved in ministry. She had a good testimony, so to speak. I think the thing that kind of clinched it for me from a perspective of we dated and then getting engaged. I really realized that she the way that she treated other people, that there was she was quite kind to other people, and she was helpful to other people. Obviously she's not perfect, no one's perfect. No. I'm not perfect, but she did display a certain kindness. And so two things that helped me is that she was kind to other people and she was serving other people, and that really helped me to believe that that's what she was going to do for me when we get married, and that she would be able to be kind to me, and that she would serve our marriage together, that I serve and you serve. And that's what I would say to anybody. You need to find someone who displays certain qualities, because sometimes when people date and that person can treat you really well. So you start dating and they treat you really well. It's all about you and they're so kind to you. But look at how they treat other people. How do they treat their parents? How do they treat people in the church that maybe they're not high profile, if there's such a thing? And so are they helping those people? Are they ministering to those people? Because if they can do that, they can probably do it to you once you get married. The danger is that you find someone who's treating you kind and disses everybody else.
Oh no.
And then you're like, yeah, but they treat me kind, so I got someone who...
Just me and you.
Yeah, me and you. Because soon, if they're arguing with everybody in the church, they're going to argue with you once they get married. Because what they're doing is they're acting. That's basically what they're doing. And anybody can act. But I want to tell you, some people, when they date, it's like action. They started dating, it's like acting. But once they say I do, it's like cut. Acting, the film is over. The film is over. Horror. And that's the real deal, man. Maybe it's a different film. It went from a love film to a horror movie. But once the ring goes on, acting stops. You ask anyone who's married and they'll tell you, listen, once the ring went on, I see a different side. And so what you're looking for is the consistency of character. If they're treating that person well, they're kind, they've got a kind of like a background of doing this, then you're more likely to be able to make that decision. The last thing I'll say, I've kind of taken up a lot of time, but the last thing I would say is I prayed and I really felt at peace. I prayed, and you gotta pray. Definitely. And believe God. And so I felt at peace. All the things lined up, and so it was good to go. Okay, so this is for you. How did Courtney pursue you?
How did you
stalker.
Pursue? 100%. I turned around. He was next to me.
I stalked her. I was outside her house.
No.
Outside her job.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
1 in the morning. Looked at the
curtains.
My
gosh! No.
I was staring at the window. No. Go for it.
No.
How did I pursue you?
I feel, as I explained last video, it was kind of like an organic thing that happened obviously through conference. So that's how it pretty much began. But then when we did start our friendship and talking, I felt that you were very clear and very
my intentions. I made my intentions clear.
You made his intentions clear from the get-go. You know, he just wanted to get to know me. I didn't felt like you was like, I'm not sure, does he like me, or are we just, you know, like on the fence, like I'm still hanging on, but I don't know where this relationship is going. I knew from the get-go, he said, you know, I really want to get to know you, I like you. If I knew that already. Because sometimes people can just be with someone and they're talking to people, and this brother's talking to that sister, he's talking to that sister. So it's almost like he just like, I'm just talking to you. I didn't give you any reassurance that it's going to be me and you. But from the get-go, Courtney let me know. So I knew straight away that we were going to get to know each other and where our relationship was going. So that was
That's good that you said that, because I think that's the key thing about a man, is that let your intentions be. What are your intentions? If we're talking, make it very clear. We're just friends. We're talking.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that the woman is like, I'm not sure where we are.
Yeah.
Are we dating? Are we friends?
We don't know.
That we don't know. That's when it's getting muddled.
Yeah.
And then we're talking on the phone for hours and hours and hours. And then when you come to church, you don't even say hi to me.
You walk past me.
Walk right past me in the church lobby. Like you don't know me. But we were just talking, and you know, for hours and hours and hours.
What's that all about? No.
So I would say I made my intentions clear.
You did.
I was like, you know, I've enjoyed this time that we've spent during the conference. I'd like to get to know you more, build a friendship.
Yeah.
Very clear. Then after that, we dated, very clear. And then it was like, let's get engaged, get married.
And that was it. I just knew. I knew he was the one.
You knew.
Straight away,
I was the
knew.
one.
Yeah, I knew.
Don't you just love her? So hopefully that's been helpful, edifying. As we said last time, don't forget, you know, anything good comes through Christ. And if you are dating, engaged, married, and you're not born again, you're not saved, you're not a Christian, you don't know Jesus Christ, He is the relationship master. He is the relationship boss. Jesus is the one, because he came to restore our relationship with the Father. Ask Jesus into your life. Underneath, there's going to be a prayer, or just say, Jesus, you know what, Father, come into my heart. Help me. I'm not living right, but I need you. And he will hear that prayer. And so we pray that you're blessed. Peace.
Bye.